This question looks formidable, but it's actually all right if we visualize and focus on the data given to us. So in a certain factory, each product passes through exactly two of six processing lines. Through one of the first lines, U, V, and W, and then through one of the second lines, X, Y, and Z. So this is what I'm visualizing. Here are our U, V and W lines. So all the products are coming in together and then they enter one of these three lines, and then they all come together once again over here, and then they enter one of these second lines. These are our X, Y and Z lines. So then they are coming from here. So this is how it is going on. Yeah, here all of them come together and then again they enter one of the lines. Each day, the surface temperature of the first 36 products from each line is recorded in sequence. So when the first product comes, then temperature is recorded, then the second product, the temperature is recorded, then this moves forward, third product's temperature is recorded, etc. So the temperature of the first 36 products is recorded in this way. The graph shows a relationship between each of the yesterday's first line temperature sequences and each of yesterday's second line temperature sequences. So the relation between, I see the first line temperature sequences are U, V and W, and the second line is X, Y and Z. And if I actually look closely, I see that the graph starts from 0, goes till 20, starts from 0, goes till 20, starts from 0, goes till 60, starts from 0, goes till 60. So essentially it is 9 smaller graphs put together. So if I look at just one part of this, let's say this small square, then this represents the temperatures of U and Z. Let's read ahead. Each dot represents one first line temperature reading paired with one second line temperature reading of the same sequence position. Now it makes sense that each dot, let's say if I'm looking at this dot, it is showing me the temperature of the first element, let's say first product that appeared on U, and that is given to be about a little less than 5, and it is also showing me the temperature of the first product that appeared on Z, and that was about 40. So then this point says that the first product of U's temperature was less than 5 and the first product of Z's temperature was around a little less than 40. Similarly, each point will represent the product of a particular sequence. So this, let's say, is the temperature of the second product. Something else is the temperature of, let's say, the third product. So this is what the data tells me. All right. Now, the shading on each dot indicates the relative position of the readings within the sequence, that is, the lighter dots correspond to later parts of the sequence. So the products that came first, they are represented by the darker dots, and the ones that came later are represented by the lighter dots. So here, these would be the first, second, third product of these sequences, and these would be the last few 34th, 35th, 36th products, etc. Let's take a look at the questions now. Yesterday, the greatest of the observed temperatures from any of the temperature sequences was observed in line. Okay, so we see that temperatures of U, V and W vary from 0 to 20. And temperatures of X, Y and Z lines vary from 0 to 60. So the highest temperatures will be found in X, Y or Z. We see that for the X line, the temperatures are extremely high, 60 and above 60 also. There are lots of points at this particular level. But for Y, there aren't any points, barely any above 40. And for Z also barely any, actually none above 40. Which means that the temperatures, highest temperatures were recorded for line X. So this would be X. Now, yesterday's temperature sequence from line was generally declining. What this is asking for is that, you know, when we start measuring the temperature, for the first few products, the temperature is high and then the temperature is becoming lower and lower. All right, we know that the first few products are shown by the darker dots and the later products are shown by the lighter dots. So we see that the products are all over the place, everywhere in the temperature, on the temperature scale, here, 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 then here, here. The dark dots and the lighter dots are all intermixed in these graphs. But look at these three. We have the darker dots, that is the first few products of the sequence at higher temperatures, about 40 and 30 in these. And then here we have the lighter dots, that is the products that appear later in the sequence, and they are at lower temperatures, which means that the first few products were at high temperature in Z sequence, and as the products moved through, then the later products were becoming cooler and cooler. So then we can say that generally the temperature was declining in line Z. So here the answer is going to be Z.